I love the focus on stories we've had here this weekend. So yes, I'm John White. I'm the pastor of the First Congregational Church in Dudley, United Church of Christ, and I always begin by saying I'm the very blessed pastor of that church, which is very blessed to be part of the United Church of Christ. Begin worship that way each week. Been pastor there for nearly 18 years now, and coming from a Methodist background, that's at least twice as long as anybody should be anywhere, at least I thought. It's a wonderful place. Stories, sacred stories are so very important. Dudley, by the way, everyone's been asking me where it is. Dudley is that tiny little conservative corner in Massachusetts. Dudley and Webster and Charlton, and got there in 1997 with my wife and 4 children and one on the way, and the church had 35, 40 people in worship on a Sunday morning, 13 children in the Sunday school, 4 children, one on the way from my wife and I. We were doing our part. A dear friend of mine said, before you do anything big, just listen to their stories. And so I did a lot of listening. And of course, with this story, as with the other stories, there's so many stories within stories, but this is the story I've been asked to share. And one of the things I realized along the way is that every single person in that church would name the Bible as the most important book in their lives, or series of books and letters. And I also realized that no one had read it. And so we had adult study groups that started up. And remember, a church of 35 to 40 people attending, and we had all of a sudden 10 or 12 people gathering. We started this program called Every Word of the Bible. You know, we went on to Living the Questions and many other things. I love Living the Questions. If you go to their website, our testimonial is at the top of the page. But we weren't ready for that yet. We weren't ready for that. We just had to gather and read. So over 2-3-year cycles, we read every word of the Bible. And those who participated in that group, we had a special service at the end of each 3-year cycle, and we gave out certificates. Got a 96-year-old woman in our church who's voted Citizen of the Year, and she's got this special wall of all her accomplishments, and there proudly she read every word of the Bible. So I'll tell you, open and affirming came up at one point early on, and people just walked out of the room. And I don't have time to tell this whole other story and several other stories as well. But one is that in 2007, leading up to 2007, that little church in Dudley that hardly any of you even know where it is, had a really significant impact on keeping marriage equality protected in Massachusetts by influencing the vote of one key voice who found himself on the front page of the Boston Globe the next day. He didn't get reelected, but to this day he'd say it's one of the 2 most important things he's ever done in his life. That and many other things started because we simply read every word of the Bible.